A manhunt still underway for the suspect involved in the subway shooting that happened here in New York City this morning. According to a police official, the suspect was seen mumbling to himself before he put on a gas mask, released a smoke canister commonly bought online, and then opened fire with a handgun. There were no working cameras, by the way, at the time where all of this happened, which was the 36th Street station.
That's what some reports are saying. Joining us right now, retired NYPD detective Angel Maysonet and retired U.S. military intelligence officer and retired Nutley, New Jersey Police Department Lieutenant Steve Rogers. Steve, I'll start with you. Your thoughts on what we know so far?
Well, what we know is what we don't know, okay? We don't know the motive. We don't know the intent. But I could tell you this, what goes through my mind is I'm glad the police commissioner did not immediately say this was a terrorist attack. This could be a disgruntled employee, a disgruntled customer of the metro system. So there are a lot of facts that have to be gathered. Intelligence information has to be gathered before they jump to any conclusions. But saying that, the NYPD, along with federal law enforcement, I'm sure are going to do a great job in securing the crime scene and doing everything they could to capture this individual before another incident occurs.
Angel, I want to bring up this video, and both of you can respond to this. You've probably seen it online this morning. And let's listen. You may have to roll it again because off the very top, I want everyone to listen and tell me, Angel, are these gunshots that we're hearing?
It's hard to distinguish it. It could be him just banging on the door.
Yeah, let's roll it again. Can we pause and roll it again off the top? And I'm not going to say anything. Yeah, Angel, what appeared to be three sharp sounds there, and then there was a pause, and then it was followed by three again. So that could have been what?
So it's hard to speculate, but if you look at the video and you see the shadow figure in the background trying to get between cars, it appears that the individual is banging on the subway door, the car door. So again, I wasn't there, but just, based on my experience and what I've heard as far as gunshots go, that doesn't sound like gunshots to me. It sounds like the individual's banging on the door. It could be a potential victim trying to get into the train car, or it could be the subject trying to get in to inflict more damage on the passengers.
Hey, Steve, is there any difference in policing in New York right now versus what it was in the past? I wanted to get your opinion on that. I don't want to turn the conversation political because we're still, we all want to fight crime here. But it does seem like there's a little different element going on right now than there was, let's say, years ago.
Well, yeah, there is. Look, I've been to New York several times. There has been this hue and cry to defund the police. The crime reform packages and bail reform results in a lot of criminal activity we've seen around the city and around the country. I know you said don't make it political, but unfortunately, it's because of politics that we see a surge in crime and incidents like this. We've got to go back to the day where you have the police addressing quality of life issues. You've got to arrest people and prosecute people who commit low-level crimes so that they're not going to go out and commit high-level crimes. You've also got to keep people behind bars. You don't let them loose within hours after the police apprehend them. So we could go on, but at the end of the day, the reasons why we're facing the problems crime-wise in the city here in New York and elsewhere is a result of a lot of criminal justice reform packages that favor criminals and not the innocent public.
Yeah, and Angel, I know under Bill de Blasio, previous mayor, less law enforcement in the subways as well. And obviously, the very least, we need to get that back under control.
Well, you have the majority of the New York City Council, which tout themselves as police abolitionists, right? You have crime up in the subway over 80% over this time last year, which set a 25-year record. You have 4,700 police officers appealing their termination by the city. Right now, they have appeals in because they did not get vaccinated. And then you have these people during the summer of love, right, calling to abolish police and get them out of the subways. But guess what? The police are out of the subways, crimes go up, and incidents like this happen. If you have police in the subways, the more police, the less likely crime is going to happen like this.
Let's hear what Governor Hochul had to say about crime in the city today.
No more mass shootings. No more disrupting lives. No more creating heartbreak for people just trying to live their lives as normal New Yorkers. It has to end, and it ends now. And we are sick and tired of reading headlines about crime, whether they're mass shootings or the loss of a teenage girl or a 13-year-old. It has to stop. I'm committing the full resources of our state to fight this surge of crime, this insanity that is seizing our city, because we want to get back to normal.
What do you think the message is there, Steve?
No message at all. Look, when any politician gets behind the microphones like that, it turns into a political speech. The message, I think, that came from the police commissioner was good. I mean, she was articulate. She laid it out that this is the way it is. This is what we have. This is what we don't have. So I've got to tell you, when a politician like that gets behind a mic, it bothers me. And just one more thing. There's a picture behind me, as you see. It's a picture of a guy named Ronald Reagan. He talked about, on a national level, peace through strength. Well, we could bring that to a local level. Peace in our streets through strength in police forces that are able to do their job. You have enough cops out on the streets, you'll have a lot less criminal activity.
All right. Angel and Steve, thank you both very much for joining us. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.